Welcome to the Online Entrepreneur Experience podcast that details the ins and outs, the how-tos, and the ups and downs of living a life of an online business owner. What's happening, guys? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let me know. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
You're ready?
R-E-A-D-Y, ready.
We are going to drop some more bombs on you today, so I hope you're ready. I'm Deuces. As always, my partner in crime, Mark Wilson, aka the Viking marketer.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our show.
And man, I've got an exciting video for you today because it's all about cause and effect. Mark and I have been discussing this for past couple days of cause and effect.
At least 3, maybe 4.
3, maybe 4 days.
Like consuming our lives.
We've watched multiple podcasts on the same subject. So
but
love
honestly, sorry, and I'm interrupting you. You're welcome.
Love it.
But it's crazy, guys. Like, it's not that we watched it on purpose on these things. It just keeps coming up for us. So it's almost like we manifested this topic to you guys because we know that you need to hear it because it's so important. So this is something that just keeps popping up for us.
Yeah, and it's funny because I will watch a YouTube video or listen to a podcast, and when I get good information, I send it right over to Mark. And it's funny how even though I'm watching completely different YouTube videos or what have you, he ends up watching something that is based on the same subject. And so now we can brainstorm, we can mastermind. And that's what I love about the whole cause and effect. We get the effect of having this knowledge to share to you guys by having the cause is always being a part of something bigger than we are, and we're trying to level ourselves up. We're trying to fill our head with knowledge. And for those who know Mark and I, we are like the same person.
Of course.
I mean, I'm not as beautiful, but I'm trying to get there. My beard's just taking a little longer to grow, and it's got a lot more white in it. So we're trying to
get. Telling me I'm getting white in my beard. I tell her to shut her mouth. So I
think it's just blonde. You're going back to your Viking roots.
And that's what I told her. I'm like, all this around here, no, it's just getting bleached. Okay.
What are you eating?
You don't want to know. We don't need to talk about it.
So guys, when it comes to cause and effect, it's just a matter of where your focus is. If you're going to sit here and focus on the effect or the result that you're after, you'll never get there. It's the cause or the actions that you need to take to get the effect. That's where your focus needs to be. So when you are focused on the cause, that's when you have your head down, you're grinding, you're just doing your daily tasks, and all of a sudden you get that effect. Is that right, Mark?
Oh man, it's so massive that way, right? Like if people are, let's just make it in layman terms. If you're like so focused on, like Renee has his wedding in like not even a couple of weeks now, I think, right? Like
a week and a half.
Week and a half, man. It's crazy. So like say like he was like trying to fit into his wedding dress, right? I can help myself. He's like, I need to lose those last 5 pounds, and all he's thinking about is losing those last 5 pounds. It can be really daunting and defeating, and you feel like you're not progressing because all you're thinking about is being 5 pounds lighter. Not like just focusing on like say like eating less, exercising more, drinking more water, like those kind of things or whatever, right? Like not focusing on those, like all you're focusing on is the losing the 5 pounds. And because all you're doing is focusing on like your wedding dress and how good you're going to look, and then you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, I'm not already there. They're like, you don't need to be there already. You need to be there in a week and a half. Like, who cares about what you look like now? It's about just focusing on the stuff that you have to do, the actions you have to do now. And just if you focus on those things, like you will get to that result, right?
Yeah, and I have to be honest, I've already had a couple fittings for my dress. So it's beyond the point of any alterations. It's too close to the date. Oh, it fits perfect now. I gotta maintain.
Oh, hard maintain.
Yeah, you know, it's all about body tape and just pulling it where you need it to go, right?
I agree, man. I have tons of experience with it.
But I am excited for my wedding, and Mark is 100% right. If I do focus on the need to lose that last 5 pounds to look as good as I can in my suit, not my dress, then it's never going to happen. What I need to be focusing on is exactly what Mark said. The things that will bring me to the result that I want. Like he said, the drinking the water and just going to the gym every day rather than skipping it because I don't feel like it.
Totally. And I think it all comes down to is like, what can you control, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I can't control whether or not my body is going to lose that 5 pounds. I can't control whether or not I'm going to make the sale today or tomorrow or a couple of weeks down the road. I can't control that. So you don't focus on making your sale or losing that 5 pounds or getting to that elusive $10,000 a month online business stuff. You can't focus on the win as much as you need to focus on what's going to bring you that win.
I think that's just massive, right? And that's one of those things. And I think why people go so insane and get so defeated is because they start focusing on all these other things that like you can't control, right? Like you can, with lack of better words, manipulate certain things, and that's what marketing and sales is all about, right? But you can't control your body shedding when it's going to shed that pounds. You could legitimately, and I've done this, not lost any weight for 7 days and then lost four pounds overnight. Like that could happen. So I've also had it where I've gone 2 weeks with no sales and then I've gone 5 days with 10 sales. And it's just, you can't always control when people are going to either have their money or be ready to take action or any of those type of things. All you can control is your actions when you're doing those. So let's just say that you're a salesperson doing sales calls. All you can do is control your actions on the call and making sure that you do as good of a call as you possibly can with your skill set and making sure that you show up in the best capacity that you can. And you can even relate this to like parenting. Like you can't control how good or how bad your kids are. Like you can hopefully teach them to be really good people, but you can't control who they are that day. But you can't control who you are and how you interact. So if they're going out of control, driving you nuts and everything like that, you can control how good of a parent you are. If your goal is to be an amazing parent and that is your goal, like freaking out at them, swearing at them, or losing your mind or whatever, right, isn't going to do that, no matter how much they're driving you crazy. So you can control how you are and your experience with it, but you can't control how other people are or what their experiences are.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, as soon as you said the parenting thing, I thought about my son, and my son is a little bit of a terror. He's 5 years old, and his favorite activity is not listening. That's just what he does. He's his own person. He just does what he wants. And I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant here, but when it comes to my son, I do need to focus on every day consistency, just focusing on that, because if I focus on the fact that he's not listening and I want him to, the frustration levels are going to go through the roof. And that's when I'm going to lose my shit. And it's never beneficial for anyone when I do that.
And I think that's massive. Like recently, my wife went through the same thing with her business. Like, so she owns a mobile spa. And some of the stuff that she loves the most is dealing with the customers and actually providing a service. Like she loves to make people feel good. Like that is something that she loves to do. So recently we've been in the process of changing her business and her business model and everything to being more like her not doing appointments, but her running a business so it can actually operate as a business, not just like a self-employment. And one of the things that was really defeating her is the things that really made her feel fulfilled with it was making people feel really good And because she wasn't able to do that, like she was having this really bad feeling about the business. She's like, I don't like this business anymore, because she wasn't getting that fulfillment from it. And instead of thinking about how many more people she was able to impact and everything like that because of the change, so she was able to raise her client base and provide the service for other people, because now she has an abundance of employees and everything like that, ranging from a bunch of different cities. She was just thinking about like her specific giving people that need. And it was just like that counter thought process of thinking of how many more people she's able to impact because of the process, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And again, Mark and I are very similar. My wife also runs a business. Her business is bookkeeping, and she's the exact same way. She loves getting in and doing the actual work. She likes taking someone's chaotic financial situation and putting it all, organizing it all, and getting it to a point where now that business can focus on growing rather than having that pain and frustration of needing to put in all their receipts and all the simple little tasks. But if she was to focus on the end result too much, she wouldn't be in the business doing what she needs to do and doing what she loves to do. So it's funny, she actually did a Women's Day speak, and it was all about organization, had nothing to do with bookkeeping at all, because she just loves to be organized. She loves to have everything have its own little place. So if you are in a situation yourself where you have a goal that you want to make X amount by the end of the year, or you have started an online business and you're so focused on making that one sale, there's a huge difference in looking at things in terms of years versus in terms of by the end of this month. They're two totally different goals. They're two totally different results that you need to kind of have a keen eye to see where you are going. Because if you are doing your daily tasks, you're focusing on the cause that will give you that effect. If you're focused on the cause, then the effect just happens naturally. And people who are able to focus their result base on years versus days or months, those are the ones who are gonna succeed regardless. So if you are, let's say, going to the gym and you want to lose 30 pounds of fat, gain 20 pounds of muscle, but you want it in a month, it's not going to work. You're not going to get that success. The way to do it is to give yourself more of a long-term time frame to reach those goals and focus on the cause of what's going to do it. And you will, no matter what you do, as long as you focus on the cause, you will get that effect.
For sure. And I think it's massive to like understand like what you're looking for too, because like it's funny, like recently, like I was working out at the gym, and I over the last couple of years, like I've been slightly overweight or over the weight that I wanted to be. Recently, like I got to kind of more of the body shape that I wanted to be in and everything. And I got there, and then I didn't make a new goal. So I was just there. And it's funny, like my drive and passion for like hitting it harder or any of those things, like really regressed down. And it's funny because it can also work once you get there. You actually have to set a new goal, and I never did. And so many people have asked me like, oh, like, what do you want to do next? Like with your body and stuff like that. Okay, I just want to go to the gym. And when you're like that, and a lot of people go like that with like business, oh, I just want to make some money. And they just go and they just want to make some money, and like no actual like specific goal or specific thing that they want. You end up not getting really anything. It's like, oh, you just want to go do work? Well, then you're just going to go do that. It's just like right now, I'm just going to the gym. It's like, am I getting any of the results that I want? No. I was complaining to Renee 2 days ago that I felt like I was going backwards, not forwards. And it's for that exact mindset, right? So like it's either you can like not have a goal, or you're too focused on your goal happening way quicker than it should be. And really matter that happens that quickly. It's just like, just make this long-term goal. Where do you want to see your life over the next 2 years? and surround yourself with the people that have those goals or have already achieved that, and then just do the actions that they're doing and just do more of those actions every single day. Get better, focus on what you can control, and guess what? You're gonna fucking get there.
Yeah, totally. And it goes along with the saying that Tony Robbins said. How did it go? Come on, Renee. It was, people always overestimate their year, but underestimate their decade. So whenever you're starting something, again, we'll use the gym. They overestimate what they can achieve within a year. But if you went to the gym every day for a decade, because let's say you wanted calves like Arnold.
Pretty sure everyone's always focusing on their calves.
Yes.
That's the most.
Yeah. Calves are the only muscle you really need to work. This is not advice. But what can you achieve in 10 years of going to the gym every day? Like it's massive of what you can achieve, but people just look at what they want within a year and think that 10 years is just going to be the same. But if you take that quote from Tony Robbins and you apply it to business, it's massive. It's so massive. And I see it all the time. Whenever I'm coaching or consulting people and they give me a 6-month goal or a 1-year goal, it's huge. Like they want this cabin down by the lake, and they want to make $50,000 a month all within a year. And I said, you can do it, but it's a lot of work. Are you willing to put in that work every single day? And then when I message them to see how they're doing, they're like, oh, I'm hungover. I was at the bar last night. It's like, well, I thought you had this goal.
Or so, I've been focusing on this cover photo for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to focus 3 weeks of your time just worried about your cover photo for your social media page, your goals aren't going to happen. But think of it in the terms of a decade. The cause and effect of that, you will hit those goals within a decade.
Massive, bro. I think that's huge. So guys, just focus on the stuff that you can control, focusing on where you want to be way in the future. And just do everything you possibly can every single day to be the best version of yourself and take the best actions that you possibly can do. Not like the actions that are comfortable, not the actions that are easy, the actions that are actually going to be the right actions, that are your best actions every day, and you will get to that place.
Yeah, exactly. Inevitable.
Oh yeah, it's inevitable, just like Thanos. Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate your time. I think Deuces does too.
I do. Of course I do. Yeah. Always.
He appreciates probably more than I do. But we appreciate you guys for showing up, listening to us, and we hope that we've in some way impact your life. So we want to have a conversation in the comments section. So let's start one. But you have to start it first. We can't just reach out to you. So hit us up in the comments section. Let's have a conversation about it. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, likewise. Okay, guys.
Anyways, guys, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning into the Online Entrepreneur Experience. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that we're releasing and any of these amazing pieces of value that we're giving out. And if you could take the time out of your day and leave us a review, we would be so grateful. We look forward to seeing you on that next episode.